Charm Grammy Crochet, and welcome to the yarn room again today. I think you'll be seeing this video on Tuesday. I am filming in advance because my husband's having surgery and God knows what it's going to be like next week. So this is a Project Catch-Up video. I can't remember what Tuesday's hashtag was supposed to be, if there was supposed to be one. Oh, this is Hatapalooza Day. I finished my hat and showed it to you. So the hat that I made for this week, I believe, is this one. And I showed it to you already when I made it. That one's going to my little star baby. That is the bod. Hatapalooza, it's hashtag BOD, Hatapalooza, bod Hatapalooza, something with Laura from Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I hope I'm not behind, but I think that's the one that's supposed to be today on Tuesday, the 17th. If it's a different one, I'm lost. And sorry. So this video anyway is going to be, I think, with a Hatapalooza and just some catch up and revamping, because I've done some revamping of some of my projects that I started for this week or for this year. And so I thought I would get you caught up and maybe at the same time get myself a little bit organized. So I'm doing, this is my 2023 project book. The first project in there is my Sophie's Universe. And as you guys saw, let me grab, I'm going to be kind of all over the place. I started and I was using the bobbins. And this is the beginning of part 1. It's very pretty. I'm not loving it. The colors are way more muted than what I want to look at for the next year, or however long it takes me to make the blanket. So far, I did this in an evening, following the pattern. I did have to use the tutorial for round 4 because I couldn't figure it out. Not sure even if I did it right, but I think it turned out. So it looks okay. But I'm not thrilled with the colors. So that being said, I started a new one. I picked out new colors and I am thrilled with the new colors. Do you want to see? I'm not going to show you all of them because they're in a big plastic bin, like a wash tub size. And it's downstairs because you all know I crochet downstairs, and I just, there's no space to crochet in here. It's lovely. It's inspiring. It's overwhelming in my yarn room. I have a great deal of yarn. I mean, I know I do. That's why we're doing the hashtag shop your stash. Love it. Needed to do this. And I did a lot of it last year as well. I did kind of go overboard with the bobbins and the Hobby Lobby sale. But that's it. That's mostly all last year. I did not buy a ton of yarn, not like the previous year. And I will shop the Hobby Lobby sale again this year. There's no doubt. I just love doing that so much. I'm not going to deny myself that. But my whole goal this year is shop your stash, shop your stash, shop your stash. I have beautiful yarns in here, and I look around and I'm like, oh, I could make something gorgeous out of this. This would be so good to be this. This would be so great to be this. Which is why I've already started 96 projects in 2023, and we're on the 17th day. So I got to rein that in a little bit and organize it. Organize it in my brain and figure out like maybe a schedule for crochet. A crochet schedule. I've never had that before, but I've never had this many whips, and I don't know how overwhelming it's going to be for me. Usually I like to have a couple in case I get bored. I need one that's easy to travel with. I need, you know, then I can do one that's like more intense, but one that I can take to work, so it's small little things. But overall, I don't like to have more than 2 or 3, and now I literally have 97. Not really, but it kind of feels like it. So we're still with Sophie's. I changed my color scheme and I love it. This is the color scheme that I'm using. They are all, can you see? Okay. They are all nice bright colors, and I did do this again pretty much in an evening, a little bit here and a little bit there. It took me, it was a 2-day thing, but it was like an hour here, hour there, whatever. I'm totally loving the colors. This is the end of part 1. So I did make 2 part 1s in like 2 days, 2 evenings, really. I don't know if I'm going to get to part 2 before next Saturday, because I made part 1 twice. And I'm not in a hurry. I mean, if I'm the last one done, I don't care about that. And that just gives me that many more resources of people to say, what the heck are they talking about here? So, and I love it. I want to work on it. I want to work on it solely and get it done because I love these colors and they're so bright and cheerful. And it's just various 4 weights. I think a lot of Big Twist and Red Hearts are in here. There's some I love this yarn in my colors, but there's 4 different colors, 4 different shades of purple. But that's on a whole different video. I just wanted, this is an organizational, what did I change? I changed this, and I'm so much happier with it. And that lives in a basket downstairs. So that's the first project in my list. Then my next is my crochet cuddler, which is living in this bag. And this is a bag that I got from Nancy. But it has to live in a bag. It's going to have to grow out of this bag, I know. But this is not necessarily a project that I could take to work, even though the bag is small, because I have to carry, the pattern, which this is a remake of a pattern I was going to do last year, with Laura. She's my enabler. Well, this is, you can't see that part. Anyway, the pattern is in here, and I have my Knit 101 book, because this is a knitted pattern, and I need to refer to the stitches. And so this book has to travel with this project. I have finished row 14, and I think we're supposed to do 2 to 3 rows a week, so I am a little bit ahead, but I liked this stitch, and it's the garter stitch. No, I just finished row 15, because row 15 again was still the same stitch. I think I don't know, it's the garter stitch. I think it's knit all the way across, and then you flip it over and knit again, so you get the bumpies. And I'm loving this. But I am on row 15. I did finish row 15. So now the pattern changes. And now is where I screwed up last time. I'm thinking maybe I'll just do the whole blanket. And man, I could whip this out, because I got pretty good at this stitch over the last 15 rows, plus what I did on the blanket before. And I'm like, ooh. So that is living in here, and I am enjoying the heck out of this part of it. And I'm loving working with this yarn. And this is a yarn bee. Yeah. Oh, baby bee. This is a baby bee from Hobby Lobby. I got on clearance one year. I don't know what year. I don't think they carry this one anymore. This is in the color Dewdrops, and I think I have 9 of these, and so that's how big the blanket's going to be, because I don't have any other of this color, and I think it's clearanced out, but I think it should be enough. It's a 5 weight, so it'll just be a little bit smaller than what the blanket was supposed to be. But so far I'm loving it. But as the blanket gets bigger, I think it'll have to go into a bigger bag. But I really like this bag because it's got the drawstrings, and it's just like a cord. It's got the box bottom, but I love the handle for carrying. It just makes it easy to carry it with other things, like I throw it over my arm with my purse and head out the door, except that it's a little tight on my book. But that is project number 2, and that one's going well, and I'm not changing it, and nothing has happened. Then I had a bod hat for the Hatapalooza, and I did that, and that one's long gone. Then my 4th project, now this was another change. I am doing the hashtag Yarn Vacation AU with Judy from Witch Piece Crafts. And that is living right now. Well, it was living. And, oh, I did have a pen I brought up here. I was doing squares, and I did a red square, which, oh, here it is, for the first week, because they were visit Lincolnshire, Lancashire, I don't know, someplace that red rose was their flower, and so I was going to kind of do the flowers that go with it. and make a Boggy Creek blanket out of squares. And I did a lot of squares last year at the end of the year, and I'm a little tired of squares. And I didn't realize like I should start at home and then go, which I could just add more squares, not a problem. But I decided I didn't want to do that. So I decided I wanted to do a blanket. One solid blanket. Which I hope I'm not going to be sad that I did that, because then I can't take squares to work with me. So I haven't been at work for a while, and so I haven't really thought about, oh, I might need a quick, easy project for at work. But this is what I decided. I'm going to do, which I will link in the description box, but instead of doing, so I've scrapped in my book, when I scrap a project, I just fold it over. It still counts that I started it. So in my count at the end of the year, I'll say I started 100 projects. I finished this many. I scrapped this many. Scrapped. And now it's a new project under project number 9. Project number 9. Yeah. I'm going to do the Fiber Spiders Lacy Chevron Stitch. And I'm just going to do so many rows and a week. This is going to go on two vacation places a month for 6 months. So she's put out the second video. I'm going to start at home and on the vacation blanket, which home is outside of Cleveland, Ohio, and I need a brown because the color, our state flower is red for Ohio. Oh no, wait, our state bird is red. I don't know what our state flower is, but I'm not going to go with necessarily flowers the whole time. Anyway, I've decided that as well. So for Ohio, I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. So I need a brown and an orange. I'm going to shop my scraps first. And I do have an orange, which I put in this Yarn Lovers bag, which I think is a Hobie bag. But the problem is, it's not going to hold everything. So I'm going to take out what I have in here and show you. Okay, so I have orange. Cleveland Browns is mostly brown, then orange. So I have this really awesome orange. I'm going to do a row or two of that in this orange. I'm going to shop my stash. I don't have any brown in my scraps downstairs. So I'm going to shop my stash. I have browns up here. And I have brown somewhere else. I have to find it. I do have a scrap of brown somewhere. So I'm going to find that, and that's going to be for the Browns for Cleveland. Then we go to see Judy. Judy needs something coral reefy. So I'm going to shop my stash for that, because I know I don't have any scraps of that. And I'm going to try to do a One Skein Wonder scrap stash for that. So I have to find those two colors. Then we went to the Lancaster, whatever. That was red. So I have red to do that one. And now we have the new place, which if you've watched your video, and by now I would assume you have, is Ireland. And for Ireland, I'm going to use this wonderful green. I have 2 little bits of those. Oh, here's another one. And this is going to be Ireland, because to me, I mean, they have all the really cool castles. I would love to go see Ireland and see all the castles or remnants of the castles. I don't have anything like that in the U.S. We didn't have kings and queens, so there's no castles, let alone castles from like the 1500s. Like, that's so cool. England too. Love to see the castles. But Ireland reminds me of, obviously 4-leaf clovers, but lots of lush greenery. And so that's going to be this. Oh, wait, I did find a yarn for the coral reef. I'm going to do this. I forgot. I already found it. So this is going to be for Judy for the ocean. Because I know she lives by the coral reef. So we're going to use this. This is Lion Brand Cotton Blend. It is 47% cotton, 53% acrylic. It says it's a 4-weight, so I'm going to use this. I only have this one color of this, So it's a one skein wonder, and then it'll go into my scraps. But it is going to go into this blanket. So that's my Judy color. I forgot that I found that. So I have to find the brown for the Cleveland Browns. Then I have the Judy, and I have the England one, and then I have this. And I'm going to do the Fiber Spider blanket. And I need a bigger project bag because this one is not going to hold all those yarns. But I'm going to start that blanket the day that I'm filming this and work on it tomorrow. So I think it's a one row repeat after you get it, you know, the foundation rows. And so I'm real happy about that. And so that's what I'm working on. That's how I'm going to do the thing with Judy. And at the end I should have a pretty cool looking, I hope, blanket for Boggy Creek, because I'm going to make it that size. Let's see. Then I have the tiles of the week. I have a couple of those that are done. The Hatapalooza. My Hobie project, which will go out as of yesterday, because I'm filming this on Sunday, but the Hobie project comes out on tomorrow. And then I'm back to my Vacation AU, and I forgot to write in here my the Hobie project. You'll have to watch the video yesterday. I can't talk about it right now because I don't think it's a good idea. I'll talk about that later in Hobie specific videos. And then I still have that I forgot about, my forgotten whip already, my daughter's blanket or poncho that I have to still frog. So I haven't even written that in my book yet. That was a carryover from last year. Then the one next, I have two more things that aren't in here because they haven't been started and you're not allowed to start them yet. So this is why I need this book. I need to keep track because I am getting so lost already. This is a crochet along from Expression Fiber Arts. This is part 1, and you're supposed to use a sport weight yarn with it. Now this is living in my bee bag, also a gift from Nancy. And I'm going to use this yarn, which was a gift from Trisha, from Mama Swift. And I don't know what, it's going to be a circle. That's all I know. If you make it in different colors, like up to 12 colors. Again, this is Laura started me with this. Gotta love my Mad Mimi. And it's a year-long crochet along. You're not supposed to start it till the 31st of January. So I have a couple of weeks before I have to start on that one. And then on February 2nd, which I'm going to pull the colors for today, January 2nd starts Luck of the Draw number 7. I love Luck of the Draw. And I have decided I'm going to make 2 blankets. And they're going to go to Boggy. So they're going to be small blankets, 10 weeks each blanket. One I'm going to do in like the pink colors, like girly colors. And one I'm going to do in boy colors. So I'm going to do the first 10 weeks. Each you use 9 colors for Boggy for Luck of the Draw. You have your base color and then 8 other colors. What I'm going to do is, I was thinking I would do 4 pink, 4 blue, and then but she doesn't necessarily call the same colors, or an equal amount of numbers. Each number an equal amount of times. I guess that's the way I want to say it. So this is from Nan, from Nan's Next Knots. She does Luck of the Draw, and she will be hosting it again this year for number 7. So I decided that for the first 10 weeks, I'm going to pick pink or blue. Whatever color scheme is like more of a girl color scheme. And it doesn't even have to be. Really, I could do all 8 and just stop it at 10 weeks and then stop it and then start the second one at 10 weeks. Maybe that's what I'll do. and then just have them, yeah, I think maybe that's, my original thought was go like pink and do like weeks number 1 and 4 are this color, you know, pick 4 different colors and do week number 1 and 4 this color, week number 2 and 5 this, you know, second color. But maybe I'll just, they don't have to be boy or girl. They could be, I could just pick 8 colors that I like and make 2 different blankets out of them. I think that's probably what I'll do. And I'm going to make them live in one of the bags Nancy just gave me. That big one, because I'll pull full skeins. And there'll be one of those really big, huge skeins that I keep at the top. I like to use as the base color, so I know I don't run out throughout the 20 weeks. And this is the pattern that I'm going to do. I got this from the Hirschner's website. It's a free pattern, so if you see the pattern, I guess it doesn't matter. This is I think it's a 2-row repeat. Maybe it's a 1-row repeat. Once you get it started, I think it's a 1 or 2-row repeat. It is called Crochet 1 Skein Throw. It is a beginner. The pattern number is LW1570. And as I said, it is a free pattern off of the Hirschner's website. And they do recommend that you use Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo. I'm going to use whatever. But I am going to pick a variety of colors that go together. Like I said, I was thinking I am going to make 2 blankets, but maybe we'll just go with the flow and choose a neutral-ish, or maybe not a neutral-ish. Anyway, I'm going to pick those colors today and have that ready, and it's going to go up on my, over here on my door for whips that have not yet started, along with this one for the end of the month, and that's got me all caught up. So I guess I'm going to have to like do a little and a little and a little at a time, because I still have the Hatapalooza. But I'm having fun with it, so that's what's important, right? And now I think I'm a little more organized, so thanks for helping me with that. I know I need a brown for the new blanket I'm creating for traveling with. And I need to pick my colors for the luck of the draw. And then I just need to sit down and crochet. So yay! So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for liking, sharing, all of that stuff.